Toto's type is a philosophy. I don't know if you guys watch Jujutsu Kaisen. Currently, this is my favorite like animated style anime.
A man asks, what kind of woman is your type? And he uses the answer to predict whether or not you will choke in a life or death battle. And guess what? He's right every time. Philosophers have been using this technique for 2,500 years. Todo Aoi figured it out by asking about butts. Kyoto versus Tokyo Goodwill event. Todo walks up to Megumi Fushiguro and asks one question. What kind of woman is your type? Megumi obviously deflects. He doesn't answer. It's weird. Why would he, right? Todo immediately loses interest, calls him boring, writes him off. Then he meets Yuji. Same question. Except this time, Yuji, with zero hesitation, says, tall woman with big butts. And Todo tears up. He calls him his best friend, and then something bizarre happens.
Dead.
Todo invents a memory. A completely fake flashback of him and Yuji growing up together, playing baseball, fighting bullies, years of brotherhood that never existed. He didn't just accept Yuji, he rewrote his own past to include him. Same question, two answers. One guy gets dismissed forever, one guy became family in an instant. Most people see this as a joke, but there's a reason this works. 2,500 years ago, Socrates walked around Athens asking people questions. Not to get answers, but to expose them. He'd ask something very simple, and then keep pushing until the person realized they didn't actually know what they believed. The Socratic method isn't about the answer. It's about whether you've examined yourself deeply enough to answer. Now look at Toto's question.
That's interesting, I ain't gonna lie.
What's your type isn't about preference. It's asking, do you know yourself? Are you connected to what you actually want? Or are you performing what you think you should want? Megumi deflects because he's uncomfortable with desire.
Yeah, he doesn't even know, or he doesn't know what he wants.
Keeps distance from his own instincts. Yuji answers instantly because there is no gap between who he is and how he presents. No filter, no performance. There's also a Zen concept here. Koans. Questions like, what's the sound of one hand clapping? They're not meant to be solved. They're meant to bypass your rational mind and expose your true nature. Toto's question works the same way. It's so absurd that your mask can't prepare an answer. Whatever comes out first, that's who you actually are.
Yeah. That's very interesting. I'm about to start walking around asking people what their girl's type is, or just asking them just a random question about themselves. Actually, low-key a easy way to tell if someone that has taken the time to build who they are. One of the hardest parts of being human is dealing with other humans, and the hardest human to deal with is one who doesn't have a path. Like when you meet a person that doesn't know what they want to do, they end up doing whatever, which ends up wasting your time if you know what you want to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Here's what makes this a bit more than a party trick. Toto's curse technique is called Boogie Woogie. It lets him swap positions with anything that has cursed energy, but only if he can read the battlefield instantly. His entire fighting style depends on split-second reads of where people are and what they'll do next. The question is not random, it's actually training. Toto has turned reading people into a survival skill. And his reads are always right.
Toto is a like based character, I'm not even gonna hold you.
Megumi, brilliant strategist, but he hesitates at critical moments. Exactly what Toto predicted. Yuji, no technique, no pedigree, but he never flinches. He fights like someone with nothing to hide. During Shibuya, when everything falls apart, Toto trusts Yuji with his life. And when Toto loses his hand, literally loses his ability to use Boogie Woogie, he doesn't panic because he already knew that Yuji wouldn't let him down. One silly question, asked once, and
Yo, I can't lie, this Tokyo event gave me so much fucking anxiety. I was glued to my screen the whole time.
Unshakable battlefield trust from the answer. Watch this moment. Todo, arm gone. Mahito, evolving. Death, everywhere. He looks at Yuji and says, "Don't worry, my soul knows you're my best friend." That's not even a joke anymore. That's a man who found a way to see exactly who someone is in 3 seconds. Most people think Todo is dumb. Comic relief, all muscle, no brain. But he built a one-question personality test with a 100% accuracy rate in life or death situations.
That's crazy.
Socrates would approve. So here's what I'm left thinking about. Most of us spend our lives curating answers, filtering, performing, making sure we sound smart or cool or acceptable. Todo's question cuts through all of that in 3 seconds. So maybe the real question isn't, what's your type? It's this. When's the last time you answered anything without worrying how it made you look?
When was the last time you answered anything without worrying about how it made you look? That's a tough question, bro. That's a tough question. Probably not a lot of people will be able to answer that. But I don't know. Personally, I've just been through enough life to not really care what people fucking think, bro. And that's the answer. If you've been around enough people, you can't be bothered. You spend enough time with a lot of people, you end up realizing that the only persons whose opinion matters is you, bro. Because like those nights right before you go to sleep, there's no one listening, no one watching, and your own thoughts about yourself are what stick around, bro. If those last seconds before you sleep is you thinking what other people think of you, bro, oh my god, that's gonna be a long night, bro. You're not even gonna get any real sleep for real.